I decided to apply to drama schools here in the UK, with the hopes of getting into one, obviously, but really wasn't expecting when I initially applied to get any recalls or anything. I've actually not seen Tom in about, I'd say nearly 3 years now, because we've worked on Zoom the whole time. But yeah, so I got to final round auditions for 4 schools. I was actually accepted into 2. I got on the reserve list for RADA, but I've actually accepted my place at Guildford School of Acting, which is in Surrey here in the UK, and I am very, very excited about starting. I would like to say just a huge thank you to Tom, who not only has supported me to grow and flourish as an actor, but also in my daily life just to grow and flourish as a person. I would urge anybody who is considering acting or considering working with Tom to absolutely go for it. He is so kind and so compassionate towards his students, and creates this very safe and supportive atmosphere and environment in his classes, which allows you to be pushed and to be challenged, but in a very safe space. I started working with Tom about 4 years ago now, maybe close to 5 years. He had come highly recommended from a good friend of mine who had done a one-to-one class with Tom, and so I signed up for the 6-week group workshop with him. I had done a little bit of drama and acting in school before and growing up, and I did my transition year musical where I absolutely just fell in love with being on the stage and with acting. So I never really had time when I was in school to do more acting. So then when I went to university, I wanted to kind of go to more classes and explore that a bit more. And I studied occupational therapy at university. Yeah, I suppose I was probably at a time in my life where I was a bit lost. I was doing a course that I didn't really know whether I wanted to do it. It was a big transition, meeting lots of new people, making friends. And yeah, I was kind of, I suppose, not really feeling like myself. And I remember going to Tom's class, and I vividly remember coming out of it and being like, wow, is that what acting is? Like I love that, whatever that was. And yeah, it was like the most alive that I had felt in such a long time. So yeah, that was what led me to Tom, and my life has been so much better since that day. So yeah. If I was to stand here and tell you all of the things that I've learned from Tom, we'd be here all day. So I won't do that, but I will whittle it down to one specific thing that has really, really helped me, particularly over the past year when I've been doing auditions. It was almost like I had a little Tom in my head. I could hear him saying these things really was drop in, which was, I'm even conscious of doing it right now as I'm speaking, drop in to my intimate voice, drop into my belly. You can even just feel the shift when he says that to me. I can feel that, and it grounds me in my voice and also in my body. And the other thing is eyes out. So he used to say, it was amazing because Tom would feel me when I would be kind of retracting into myself, or becoming more self-conscious instead of looking out and speaking, to whoever I was speaking to or to the audience. And in the classes, he'd say, get me, hit me, because he'd know that my eyes were going this way. So he wanted me to focus my eyes out. So particularly in the past year, when I've been doing auditions and stuff, you've done so much prep and so much work, and you're trying to get all of that in your brain, but also on the day you're trying to let all of that go, and you're so nervous. And I think it's really important to just have 1 or 2 things to remember, and they were the 2 things for me: was drop into my body, drop into my voice, and eyes out. So focus on who you're talking to, and immediately that takes a little bit of the self-consciousness away, and you're just focusing on the other person. So yeah, they've been two massive helps for me in the past year, and I will continue to take with me. I think I've completely changed as an actor since working with Tom. I think my whole understanding of what acting is has completely changed. I guess I was coming into acting with a completely skewed view or understanding of what acting was. For me now, acting, and now that I know this, I'm like, of course, because this is what acting is, but it's about truth, and it's about communicating the truth. And even though I'm telling a story that is not real, for me it's about finding the truth. And there's so many ways that we've done that, I suppose even just simple things like getting to know the character that I'm playing, or going into like real in depth, like Tom will do who, what, when, where, why with a character. And even that, like, those 5 questions, like of who they are, where they are, what they're doing, it's like suddenly I'm building layers, and I'm building this, character, hopefully, that is complex and layered and has a textured life. And yeah, I think that was just never really kind of, yeah, I mean, I'm, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, yeah, that's all acting is. But yeah, I think I have this real desire and need to tell the truth and to communicate the truth in, a fictional story or whatever. But yeah, I think Tom has really, really helped me to build the skills and the tools for doing that. So last October, I moved to London after I graduated from occupational therapy, and I decided to apply to drama schools here in the UK, with the hopes of getting into one, obviously, but really wasn't expecting when I initially applied to get any recalls or anything. It was just, I was thinking, it'll be a great experience, and I'll learn a lot from it, and it'll give me a focus. But obviously, deep down, I was like, oh, I'd love to get into one. But Tom really, really supported me. Like, he was so helpful. Classes, like any time on Zoom as well, obviously because I'm in the UK, which have been just as incredible as the in-person classes. In my opinion, it's worked amazingly. I've actually not seen Tom in about I'd say nearly 3 years now, because we've worked on Zoom the whole time. But yeah, so I got to final round auditions for 4 schools. I was actually accepted into 2. I got on the reserve list for RADA, but I've actually accepted my place at Guildford School of Acting, which is in Surrey here in the UK, and I am very, very excited about starting. But honestly, Tom has been there throughout the whole process. He's been helping me to warm up before auditions, available any time of the day, on weekends, on Sunday mornings when he should have been off with his horses or enjoying a cup of coffee in town or whatever. He was there working with me, and I'm eternally grateful to him. So yeah, I'm very excited to be starting Guildford School of Acting. It's beyond my wildest dreams, but yeah. Finally, I would like to say just a huge thank you to Tom, who not only has supported me to grow and flourish as an actor, but also in my daily life, just to grow and flourish as a person. The skills that I've learned in acting are definitely transferable to life, in my interactions with people, in listening skills, in communicating the truth, in learning about different cultures, about different people, different experiences. All of that has really helped me in my daily life. And I would urge anybody who is considering acting or considering working with Tom to absolutely go for it. He is so kind and so compassionate towards his students. and creates this very safe and supportive atmosphere and environment in his classes, which allows you to be pushed and to be challenged, but in a very safe space. And as I said, I've been working with Tom on Zoom originally because of the pandemic, and now because I'm in the UK. And honestly, it's worked incredibly well. Like, I couldn't have imagined. And it feels often like I'm just in the room with Tom, and he will spot things in you, you know, that he, like, body language or, you know, facial expressions, things that are harder to see sometimes over Zoom, but he'll spot them. But yeah, I would recommend Tom to anybody, and I just want to say, Tom, I'm eternally grateful to you. So yeah, thank you very much.